Alright, getting into it. The group of you are in the midst of your jaunt into the negative ethereal. You've been sent in by a peculiarly strange shopkeeper that runs a map store. You've gained some aid in protecting one of your party with an amulet through Tang, the recipient of it, through a thief that had stolen it from the proprietor of Kraken's Maw Tavern. You ventured into this space in exchange for this aid to acquire at least three things. The next piece of the rod that Aeolus carries, something you've learned it will be instrumental in preventing these strange entities from worming their way into your reality. A large ruby that was believed to be in the possession of Lady C, Commodore of the Devil's Buccaneers, in exchange for the help of the thief in procuring this amulet. And a leather-bound tome with a tongue nailed to the cover. The payment for the shopkeep himself. You've snuck past enemies after having an initial encounter with undead-like creatures that you were near the portal of your entry. And made your way through an illusory trap, a musical door, and then the vault itself, guarded by arcane glyphs and runes, and a terrible creature that was summoned to try to dispatch the group of you attempting to break in. You successfully did break in, and made the elective decision to spend a precious 10 minutes trying to loot the vault. There's piles of coins, but your eyes went for other options. Aeolus immediately found the piece of his staff, as they were magically drawn together once they came in close proximity of one another. You collected a suit of half-plate armor, seemingly magical of some type, a strange-looking wooden stock of maybe a crossbow of some type, but it's lacking the arms, and has a metal forefront with two slots in the front of it, almost twice the width of a coin. You found the ruby and the tome that you've used as your promised payment. You found precious world maps, likely the master copies that the Devil's Buccaneers use. And you found ship's logs, indicating that somewhere within the Opulent Depths Mining Company, not sure if it's here in Brigandhold, Armskirk, Elderthorn, not sure where, but you've learned that Lady C has at least one spy that has been feeding the Devil's Buccaneers information concerning the ODMC ship movements, such that she can more effectively plunder them. You've left the Citadel and started to make your way as Siegfried was glowing with his starry form through the wastelands, leading from the Citadel back towards the portal for you to escape. The dangers of the negative ethereal have been slowly sapping your health as we go, and the bright light Siegfried shone drew attention. Not entirely his fault. You were moving at a brisk pace. You were not attempting to be quiet. As you passed through a lowland that would lead towards the shore, if you were in the material space that to which you are accustomed. A few pinpricks of light popped up in the distance as a massive chain had hooked one of your compatriots and pulled them into a grapple, trying to spike and pin them against its weird amalgamated body of shrapnel, flesh, chains, iron wrought fences. This disgusting, misshapen construct is attempting to slay you all. This is where we're picking up an initiative where Tang has used her divine intervention to hallow the ground beneath the group of yours' feet, to keep the will-o-wisps at bay before they were handily dispatched between the efforts of Siegfried, a little bit of Dunnan, and Corin's spirit guardians. Tang, Aeolus, and Jaya have been hooked one at a time by this creature, two of which are the recipient of freedom of movement. And this is where we're picking up. Tang is top of initiative, and I am moving you all over to the correct page. All right, you should all see it. Yes?
Yep.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Tang,
Yep.
initiative
What's the
yours.
starry aura?
That is the ground that is hallowed.
Oh, that's the
So,
hallowed. Okay.
Anything undead, fae, fiend, whatnot cannot
Cannot.
enter the space because
Yep.
I was worried about the noise calling all of the undead in the area.
Yeah, the will-o-wisps were charming your compatriots to flee at maximum speed away from the group of you.
We were able to suss out that most likely this guy was a construct.
You correctly believe so, yeah. He seems to be unaffected by the hallow.
Hmm. And he's not currently grappling anyone, right?
He currently has Aeolus, if I'm recalling correctly.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
definitely
yeah, because Aeolus climbed up, and then Aeolus got grappled.
Okay.
Am I correct in that, Aeolus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's currently being
Spread
bound.
the word
And Aeolus has him with Blood Curse of the Binding.
I also think Corin is currently climbing the collector as well.
There's, yeah. Corin is next to it, but Corin is just an AoE effect at this moment.
Okay. So for my turn, it seems like people largely are not hurt yet. I can't see Aeolus's health bar.
I think Aeolus just took a ton of damage, I think, last turn.
I'm going to pull up his token.
I
Yeah.
am looking hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aeolus took a bunch of damage.
Can everyone see everyone's health bars now?
Yes.
I can see Aeolus.
Okay, Aeolus was the only one that I was like, I have no clue how alive you are, and I feel like that's the most problematic one, to not know how alive you are.
Yeah.
Great. I am going to fly adjacent to Aeolus. How high up is he? Is he on the ground?
Aeolus, he's about 5 feet up. He's tethered to the creature's leg.
Okay, I'm swooping down a little bit then. So that I am within reaching distance, and I'm going to touch him and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. At what level?
The second level.
Okay.
That's 34 healing to Aeolus.
Yeah.
My roll 20 is going real slow.
So is mine.
Okay. 34 for Aeolus. That is your action. Say that spent 10 feet of your movement. Anything else you'd like to do?
I don't believe I have anything else that I can do for a bonus action, so...
Okay. Sounds good. Staying there, or are you moving?
I am gonna move back to where I was, so I'm still adjacent to the thing, so I don't have to take an attack of opportunity, but
Okay.
I'm not immediately in front of it. Actually, I'm gonna move up here a little bit, so we're starting to encircle it.
Certainly. Alright, that brings us to Jaya with the cadaver collector on deck. What'll be, Jaya?
Now, I'm assuming Jaya would know this, but if I were to say polymorph, attempt to polymorph this cadaver collector, would it affect Aeolus?
Aeolus is not part of the creature. He's being effectively carried by the creature at this point. So it's definitely something you could attempt. He would not be melded into the form like wild shape.
That was my worry. Okay, then yes,
No.
please. I'd like to attempt to polymorph. I need a
Wisdom save?
wisdom saving throw.
I mean, I am also open to being polymorphed.
Later.
Oh my god. Alright.
Fucking furry.
I meant into something that can actually like hit the creature harder. Than Aeolus.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like a sheep or something.
Yeah, I also
And
would
you are
completely
a-
healthy.
That sounds like a bad idea. Alright. Roll 20. You want to cooperate with me and make my wisdom saving throw? Did you put polymorph in yet or no?
No.
Alright. Is roll 20 being super slow for anyone else?
Yes.
Yeah, it's being slow for me.
I'm okay for the moment.
Yeah.
I have clicked my wisdom save like 7 times, and still the only thing I can see is Tang's cure wounds. I see polymorph on one of my pages
I
now.
don't see your wisdom save.
It worked for me
You don't see my wisdom saves.
instantly. No. But
Pardon?
Oh.
I pressed something, but it worked instantly.
Yeah, I see Tang and Jaya and Dunnan, but nothing else.
Oh.
Like higher level cast cure wounds, polymorph, and hard iron. That's all I see.
Alright, I'm gonna refresh my page. Apparently roll 20 really doesn't like me today. Alright, now I see polymorph there. Oh my gosh, I can get a wisdom save through. Fantastic. It has advantage on this. It rolled a 12.
Fantastic. So I've turned him into a. Oh, what do I want to turn him into? A really nasty goldfish.
Goldfish? You got it. He is shrunk to a goldfish. Aeolus, you are squeezed for a moment as the chains that are binding you to this thing's legs suddenly start to tighten as it shrinks down before you slip out of them. It is a goldfish. Polymorph lasts for an hour with concentration, I believe, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're not putting it in a bowl of water, though, right?
It has 1 temporary hit
No,
point.
we're just gonna get the fuck out.
The moment it loses this temporary hit point, it becomes itself again. And it currently cannot breathe. So, if you're fleeing, you should flee. If you're trying to kill it, you should try to attack it. Anything else that you're doing, Jaya, on your turn?
Are there any? There's no like puddles around here, are there?
Does anybody have a water bottle we can stick it in?
Is
you're
there a
not.
water bottle or like a not a water bottle? There's no puddles. We're sort of nearish
You
in the
you
ethereal
see a
room, like,
distinct
near the
lack
water, right?
of aquarium stores in your vicinity.
Should've just made it a fucking snail as per usual. No, that's it.
Okay, are you
Yeah,
staying
yeah.
put?
Are we?
Yeah. What?
If we
What?
decide to attack it, I'll just move closer.
Okay. Its turn. It flops around on the ground. Um, it is now suffocating because it's a goldfish. So it ends its turn because it can't move because it's a goldfish. It has to make a save against Blood Curse of the Binding. I'm assuming it has like a -4 modifier. It got a 2. On blood, it's not moving. Its speed is 0 still. At the end of the turn, I would like 3d8 radiant damage because
Spirit Guardian.
I don't know even know why I fucking try to polymorph anything because it literally always turns into this.
you
Yeah,
you picked a goldfish.
Well, that worked
That's
out
what
pretty
we
well.
do.
No, it doesn't because no matter what, if I had polymorphed it, I forgot about Spirit Guardian, so like,
Yeah.
it would always like it was doomed to fucking fail. So like it's
I mean-
literally the
I mean,
worst.
to
to
be
thing
fair,
to return.
you
It didn't
to
get a turn.
No.
you stole its entire turn. You made Aeolus escape. The paralyzing effect because it can't move does not affect 3 of your allies at the moment. So
It's still
It-
a good turn.
yeah.
It's just not what you intended.
can I have the 3d8?
Appreciate that you're all trying to make me feel better, but
For sure.
Hellarest, can I have damage, please?
Oh, sorry.
$8 points. Okay.
Okay, so
Does the weakness thing to Radiant not apply to the Cadaver Collector because it's not one of the items?
It's not one of the types, correct? Yeah.
Okay, alright.
It is not currently grappling Aeolus. Aeolus is free. That's its end of its turn. Top of Aeolus's turn. Round to you.
I am going to take 2 swipes at this thing with Ergosive.
Okay. You're one at a time. 12. That misses. It will.
And-
Sorry. Go ahead. What did you say, Tag?
Oh, I was gonna say it has vulnerability to divine or damage, but it doesn't because it's a construct.
Correct. Yeah. It is going to use its reaction because you missed it and make a retributive strike.
Okay.
On you.
Okay.
16 does not hit you though.
Nope.
All right. Continue your turn.
Can I then step over here to try to flank with
Sure.
Jacques'
Absolutely.
second attack?
Yeah. $21 will hit 15 points of damage. This thing is looking rough at this point.
And then I'm going to turn and fire Star Metal Blaster as a bonus.
Bonus action. Okay. I believe you have 2 shots left in it. 16 just misses. So you have 1 shot remaining, and then you need to reload. Oh no, sorry. You the reload only happens when you do the full shot, so you're fine. Don't even worry about it. All right, that brings us to Siegfried with Dunnan on deck.
Awesome. Sorry, now my foundry started acting slow as soon as it's my turn. Moment. Okay. First action, I am just going to guiding bolt it. Try to attempt to guiding bolt it.
Absolutely, go
using
for
my
it.
math.
Yep.
Yeah, And sorry, I haven't updated my spells to the 20. I assume that's a miss.
Yeah, misses, unfortunately. You guys have learned, it's AC 17.
Yeah.
You guys have made enough attacks that
And then
I'm
I'm
making you
gonna
try to
follow
remember
up with the archer.
Oh yeah, go for it.
That's also
Oh,
a miss.
oh
That's my
no.
turn.
Okay. Brings us to Dunnan with Heli on deck.
Danon is questioning his eyeballs because he just saw that cadaver collector turn into a fish, then turn back immediately. So he's
It
gonna-
reminds me of Hitchhiker's Guide.
Must be the effects. Must be the effects of the negative ethereal.
he mumbles into his beard. I should probably hold off on the ale for a while, and charges right in.
Drinking hallucinogenic ale.
Yeah, is he flanking with Shire?
Yeah. Take a step north, and I'll call that flank.
Right.
All right, go for it.
One.
Yeah, that hits. 18, 36 points of damage. It is looking terrible at this point. Anything extra in there?
No.
Okay. And all right, that'll bring us to Heli with Tang on deck.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Heli's gonna try to hit it with Blight.
Ooh, nice. That's a con save.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that is a dirty 20 on the save. It still takes half damage, I believe.
Which was a good shot.
Yep.
I did
So
2 necrotic, so 16 necrotic.
Alright, so, wonderful. So first of all, necrotic would be 8d10 here instead of 8d8 because you're the effects of the negative ethereal. I'm not going to ask you to roll, though, because it seems to have no effect on this creature.
Oh man.
It seems to be immune.
Immune
It was the
to
first,
necrotic.
yeah. It was the first time it took any necrotic, or tried to take any necrotic. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys have learned that it's immune
well
to
then-
poison because of Jaya's weapon.
Yep.
Ah.
But
Okay.
at the time,
So
we assumed
then-
it was just undead.
Mm-hmm.
That was-
True. Yeah.
And Spirit Strike misses. Okay.
Ooh, yeah. All right.
That's it.
All right. That'll bring us to Tang with Jaya on deck. It still has no reactions. It used its reaction for the round.
I would like to spend a Channel Divinity
Okay.
charge to use Divine Spark.
Okay.
Let's
Go ahead and throw it in the
see
chat.
what it's doing here.
I believe that's the dole out hit points, right? Oh, no.
or
It's
I can-
damage. Okay.
Or I can hit the creature.
Oh, okay. Force a con save.
Damage.
With Radiant. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, so it's gonna be 2d8 plus my modifier.
2d8, yeah. Okay. Magic action. Go for it. So, are you doing hit points or are you damage?
Damage to the
Okay.
creature.
Rolled a 7 on that save. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Here's the 2d8.
And I believe yours is a +5. 17 points of damage. It
Yeah.
looks... you see parts of his form are starting to sort of just slough off of it. Things are just sort of seeping out of... Maybe these were wounds. Maybe these were parts where it was stitched together. It is almost falling apart in front of you at this point. It is barely hanging on.
Okay. I am going to use a bonus action to summon my ladle to smack the shit out of it.
Certainly. That is concentration now. Go for ladle attack. What level?
Level 3.
Level 3. Alright, so it's a 2d8 damage. Make your attack, please.
I attempted. Did it not go through? Okay, we're gonna try this again. Let's try that a second time. Will it go through this time?
Ah.
It did!
All right. 18 does hit for 11 points of force damage. It looks
Come on,
really
let that
bad.
go
It's so
No.
close. That brings us to Jaya. Can you finish it off, Jaya?
Let's try.
I believe in you.
You have advantage,
Could it be-
so you hit. You're at 8 points. Make your second attack with advantage also.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, good. All right, so you're looking at your 20 points of damage. How do you want to do this?
Can I like just kind of stab it in like a way that makes it look like Tang totally killed it with her ladle? Like just because it's so fast, right? Just to kind of be like, oh my god, Tang, you did it! Like, just kind of stabbing it.
Sure. Make a performance check for me also.
Do I have an advantage because I'm
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Why not? Pretty good.
You're
There you
not
go.
able to see you because you're on the opposite side of the construct.
Exactly.
So, Tang, you watch as the ladle just smacks down onto the forehead, and it just quivers for a moment as the whole body is just split in two, like you hit a fissure or something, and it just falls apart. The two different sides slapping onto the ground with this weird, like gritty fluid seeping out through the space. Looks almost like the texture of like not too thin concrete, just slowly oozing out upon the ground. And Jaya just looking at you with an appearance of genuine shock at how well you killed this thing.
Tang does a little like feather fluff out of pride.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
That's gonna take you all out of initiative.
That's it. That's it. I have to make it.
I'm immediately going to switch back to dragon form and start herding everyone towards the gate.
Yeah, we gotta move.
Okay.
Can I
That's
take a
a-
look around real quick and see if there are undead at the perimeter of the Hallow?
At the perimeter of the space where you are?
Yeah.
Certainly. Make a perception check for me. Just double checking. You feel pretty confident there's nothing immediately nearby.
Okay.
Right.
In that brief moment that Tang was looking around, Aeolus had a really difficult struggle of whether or not to spend time to take something from this creature or not, and then just remembered how she split it in half with a ladle and runs with everyone else.
I mean, you can certainly spend 10 minutes and loot the body.
No.
Okay.
I want to,
We
but
still have the
no.
ladle up for a minute.
Yeah.
I don't want to get split in half by the ladle.
All right. So, rushing forwards. Siegfried, you are approaching your 10-minute mark on your wild shape. On
Yep,
your
I will use another charge to.
Okay. And don't forget, you can also eat any spell slot
slot.
to regain a use of wild shape at any point.
Yep.
So wildly massive upgrade to druids.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I can't imagine being a moon druid and having that.
Yeah,
pretty fun.
How is that, Jaya?
It's incredible.
Yeah.
All right. As you rush forwards, you can see the portal in the distance, and there's about 300 feet, 400 feet before you get into the realm, like that little bit of a glow in that concave depression that the portal was at. You come to... You just pass like a ramshackle, just destroyed building on your left, and what looks to be maybe in the material realm like a nice vegetable patch. That here it's just barren dirt and dead weeds. And there's an individual standing in the center of the roughly cobbled road
Of course.
with a hood up. Looks to be humanoid in size. There's a weird sort of hunch to one of their shoulders, like they're humpbacked in some way. And as the group of you are bustling forward, it raises one of its hands. Well, Matt, you passed through here previously without paying due. I will ask it of you now for your safety.
What is the toll?
You first, Blue Man? What of your group?
Hold on. Why should we pay a toll? There is the exit.
Blue Man! I have a mouth, but never speak. A bed, but never sleep. I devour all within my keep, but never a crumb do I reap. What say you, Blue Man?
I've actually heard this riddle before. I think. Can you repeat it again? Sorry.
Certainly. I'll put it in chat for you.
Never a crumb do I reap. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard this riddle before. I think my mother told me this. You're speaking of a river, right? It's
River devours not all within its keep. You're wrong, Blue Man.
Huh?
Next. Who is next?
I just shrugged.
Who is next?
I really thought it was a river.
Who's next?
Anyone else going to answer?
It is
I
a
don't think we
it
have
is a
time for
grave.
Well, it seems like it's gonna be a fight if we don't answer.
A grave, Blue Man. Pray it be not yours. Who is next?
I'll go next.
All right. Fluffy lady. I was born without breath, but not without birth. I walk without step, and rest beneath earth.
Can you drop that in the chat?
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Hold on. It did like a half message and then a half message. There we go. Everything underneath the dots.
Do we really have time to stand around and get asked stupid questions?
Very well. You stout fellow, you. For you. I see without sight. I wait without time. I guard what is mine without a reason or a rhyme. Yep.
What?
Blue Man, your group has failed. One of mine already. Dunnan.
Yes.
You immediately think back to your final fight that you had far north of here, near the Verdant Locks, and the creature you fought against.
The dragon?
In the
Oh, that's
Verdant Locks.
It
Yeah.
was a Medusa.
Your mind is drawn to that, Dunnan.
Oh.
Can I do an insight check for mine?
Certainly.
I'm gonna give myself lucky. If that's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, how much lucky you have left? Is this the last one?
I've got one more after
One
this.
more? Okay.
Ellie's nervous as hell because she hates riddles.
Ah, very good. Tang. You get the sense that there's a very loose theme to some of the things this individual's talking about. You imagine there's some connection with yours to the nature of the space that you are in, the potential creatures you could have or might have encountered in this space. You suspect it's some type of undead or undead adjacent type of concept that you're searching for.
Spencer, what does
Hmm.
the area around us look like?
In your immediate vicinity, there's the one shack. It's a little bit back into your left, 15, 20 feet. There's the dead vegetable patch. Off to your right-hand side, you can see, looks to be maybe a few grave markers at one. And there's this faint, almost sort of flowing ethereal fog in a slow rivulet through the space in front of this individual, or along where this individual is standing.
Okay.
It doesn't appear to be like a magical wall of any type, like this slow rivulet of fog. It's just not spreading out towards you or away towards your escape from negative ethereal.
I think we figured mine out.
Yes?
Is it a ghost?
Ah, the fluffy lady thinks well. Do better, Blue Man. Who is next?
Dunnan is pacing up and down.
I don't know. Done in your own sounds like a statue.
Yeah, or a skeleton or something like that. Can't see you if outside. It waits for you outside. Must be something undead because the first answer was grave and now ghost. So the theme is undead stuff, I guess.
Well, at least for Tangs it was.
Okay.
Seems like.
Yeah. Gravestone? Headstone?
All right. Well, the stout one is puzzling.
Hmm.
Who be next?
All right, bring it.
Ah, the Horde Lady. Okay. I bind without rope. I hold without hands. I keep kings and beggars in my strands. I am neither lock, nor key, nor chain, but all are trapped within my reign. I'll put it in chat for you.
Tang wants to hop over and whisper, "Is it fate?"
Sounds like it.
All right.
Miners to tendons. The Tang.
I'm sorry, what?
Were you saying that to Dunans or Jaya's?
Jaya's.
Hmm.
Wait. I was also thinking it could have been time.
Time doesn't hold. It doesn't feel. I feel like fate is the one that holds you. The time could work.
I feel like this is the most philosophical debate between a wizard and a cleric there's ever been. Is it fate or time? Like that is like all right. So we should have drinks and discuss this. Yeah, I'm really into that. But can I? You want to? Can I do an intelligence check?
Certainly.
Oh Jesus. Well, that's fair. Smack dab in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. You're caught. You're caught in the middle there. You could see good arguments for both. What's up?
Oh.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dunn.
Then I will say. I'm thinking back on that Medusa fight, and she turned people into stone. Maybe it's statues. And I give the answer statue.
Ah, not all brawn, still some brains. Right again. You have two wise individuals amongst you. You could do well to learn better, Blue Man. Who be next?
What the hell?
Ah, Tusk Lady. All right. I move without life, I dance without glee. Pulled by strings you cannot see. No breath, no heart, yet still I prance in endless, hollow, lifeless dance.
Tang flips up. She's super excited. She thinks she knows this one. She's trying to like give Hallie a little bit of time.
Okay. I was gonna say.
I love riddles, guys.
Jaya is now in a full existential crisis because time and fate are both amazing answers, and it really is just a literal difference of interpretation. Time is literal. She's a wizard. This makes more sense to her. Fate is philosophical.
Siegfried will just mention. Usually when it comes to binding, it relates to thread or rope, and only fate is usually referred to as the threads of fate. You know.
That's what
Yes.
Tang thought it was.
Helly's thinking it has something to do with wind or air or a breeze.
What, yours?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Oh,
I don't know.
I
I think he's tapping Tang. Tang seems to have.
I'm just picturing Tang like Hermione
Yeah.
Granger in it, like just
Yeah.
wing in the air super
Alright.
hard.
in the air. She's like, "Ooh, I got it."
All right, Tang.
Okay,
what do you
so
think?
Helly will go over to Tang and like bend her ear down to hear what if Tang can give a clue without giving the actual answer. Because I think that would probably be frowned upon by the toll collector.
When you're standing still, what dances in candlelight?
A shadow.
Tang nods enthusiastically.
Yes, okay. So Helly says to the guy, "It's a shadow."
Ah. He clicks his tongue at you. You can't see his face. You hear the clicking of a tongue. I see you are as wise as the blue man.
Oh, great.
Oh,
You're a
no.
skeleton.
Oh boy.
Well, shit. Sorry, guys.
Also works.
What say you, horny
Very
lady?
interpretive. Oh. What? See, these are really interpretive riddles, yeah? So, because technically she is right. It could have been a shadow. But we'll go with fate for mine.
Fate, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I suppose you're not as stupid as I presumed. Well done.
Jai's gonna wink at Tang.
Tang's gonna wink back.
All right, Mr. Blue Eyes, it's your turn. I have no tongue, yet tales I tell. No eyes, yet secrets I know well. I guard the past with hollow face, locked forever in my place. What shall it be, sir? The hood is looking directly at Aeolus now.
Is Sam there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Aeolus this entire time has been debating on whether or not to just push past this individual. and with each of the bloody mad dogs stopping and giving an answer, is it a crypt? Because this definitely feels like you're recounting a tale of ours.
The crypt be wrong, sir. A skull has no tongue, yet tales it tells. One would think one such as you, who carries such items, would know them well. Believe we have a tie. 3 wrong, 3 right. A tiebreaker. Pray tell. All of you may help. You hear the voice shift all of a sudden. Previously, the voice feels like it's been emanating from the hood. Now it feels like it's emanating through the hood. Like someone speaking on the far side of a window. And the sound emanates through the space, echoey, slightly more. I have no voice, yet kings will heed my call. No eyes have I, yet all the world I see. No hands to grasp, yet mighty stones will fall. No throne I claim, and yet all will bow to me. No hands to grasp, yet kingdoms I have swayed. I've broken hearts and caused the proud to kneel. No breath to draw, yet whispers I have made, yet have no soul, nor mortal fate to seal. I carry with me time's true oldest hate, yet every dawn I'm born again anew. I walk unseen on fields of battles great, both feared and sought by those whose time is due. No beggar cheats me, nor can kings delay. Now speak my name, or ere I now speak my name, ere I should claim my prey. Jaya, you recognize the voice as that of Lady C. I will put all of that in chat.
Is it maybe death?
Is it
I
death?
was going to
I
say
was
death.
thinking death.
The only thing that makes me think not death is no mortal fate to seal. But
Well, I
Death
mean,
can't
death
die.
doesn't end. It will
Yeah.
always be there. The thing
yeah,
that
that's true.
caused me to hesitate on death was the
That is no
but
beggars
every
cheating, nor
more
kings delay.
the born again knew at every dawn.
Yeah, that's what the only thing I don't think. I'm not sure death matches up to that.
Can I make an insight check?
You certainly may. Previously, the stature of this individual seemed to be very present and involved with what you're doing. As the prose of this rhyme and riddle has spilled forth out of this space behind this hood, you've noticed the stature change. They're now standing upright, tall, resolute, their shoulders squared. They seem ready to spring upon the group of you if an answer is incorrect. The riddle itself seems more well polished than those that you were given previously. You recognize it's in an iambic pentameter rather than a simple rhyming structure. There's a degree of intelligence somewhere behind this that you don't see as present in the previous one. You think you may be accurate. You have a good feeling you could be accurate, but you're not quite sure.
Could it also be Reed? Alice will ask the group.
Oh, what could it be? Oh, greed.
Mm.
Spelling.
There are very contradicting lines in there. No beggar cheats me, king's slay. Oh, I should claim my prey.
Carry with me time's true oldest 8.
I think Tang is moderately confident that the answer is death.
Alright,
It
Tang.
goes with the
Oh.
theme.
I would,
That's my
I
thought.
would death then.
I will step in front of the group before we answer.
The answer be, as you step forward, the voice calls out from behind the hood.
We say death.
Few things happen as you give this answer. The hood of this creature, the cloak that it's wearing that's draping and covering its form, shifts and twists like parts of its muscles and bone structure are bubbling like a boiling cauldron as it grows in size to about 12 to 13 feet tall, the robes tearing away as jagged bits of bone just spread out, piercing the robe, tearing it to shreds, revealing this gargantuan monstrosity. Its bottom jaw missing entirely, and opening to the chest cavity itself with this ethereal glow out of the center of its face. The tie's broken. Slowly stalks off of the path, leaving it open for you.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here before he changes his mind.
Oh boy, that would have been scary.
And I'll show you the token that you just avoided.
Also, Dylan, that was the start of the
Okay.
river rhyme, but the second half of it wasn't.
Okay.
right.
Yeah, I fucked up because of the second half. Yeah.
The token disappeared before I could see it. Oh, there it is.
Jesus.
Good God.
Mm.
I want to climb it.
What the heck is that?
What you just didn't fight.
Some kind of negative ethereal creature. Get the fuck out of here. Stop asking questions. Let's get out of here.
Rushing forwards, you see the concave depression of the portal there in front of you. I'll get rid of that stat block. I do need all of you to make one more save against the negative ethereal, using your worst saving throw. You've been traveling for greater than 10 minutes at this point.
Tang is also immune.
Yep.
She's
Yep.
Those
DC is 15, as you recall. Cool, failure across the board. On brand. Alright. To the portal, you come up to it, seeing the faint shimmering light of this archway. You don't see any enemies around you, no wandering creatures. Anything you'd like to do before you head out?
No.
No,
Okay.
get the fuck out of here.
I am going to activate a Crimson Right on Ferguson.
Okay. You rolled pretty good too. Noted. One by one, you all step through the portal and find yourselves having the sensation of squeezing and falling for a split second before you find yourselves on your knees in the basement of the map maker once again. Relatively safe. Well, did you?
I hand him the book with the tongue.
That was very unpleasant.
Crispin reaches out with his stub arm where the wrist has been cut off in his good hand. You did it. You actually did it. It worked. I didn't think it would.
Oh, that's
Thank you.
But the,
Yeah, what?
the clever use of a plane check spell. I can tell you that.
I have a question for you.
It disappears into a pouch that he has near his belt. Yes. 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 Some of you are marked. What is your question?
That spell you used.
Whatever.
You get us there.
Yes.
Do you have a price on it?
I do not. If you seek to plunder or spoils again, let me know. I'd be happy to assist.
Oh, it's not for spoils or plundering. I just would like to do research.
You must go. Some of you have... He points at the three of you. That Dunnan, you remember having seen visibility going. Three of you have been marked. You're being followed. What?
And then maybe you should teleport us to Urcrypt.
You hear banging on the door upstairs of the shop. Heavy-handed.
Dun-dun.
Feels like
Alright.
sounds like a steel-clad fist.
He's
Come on.
Get out of here!
great.
You see Crispin disappear.
Yeah, and we also disappear.
To where are you teleporting?
We have to get the ruby egg.
Yeah,
He knows to meet us in Urcrypt. He
Yeah,
knows to
okay.
meet us in Urcrypt. If
there
we
you
don't
go.
hit the run. Yeah. So, yeah, I told him to meet us at what's his face? I keep forgetting our.
Yarrow?
Yarrow?
Yeah, I told him to meet us at Yarrow's place if we didn't meet the rendezvous.
Okay, real quick, before we disappear, I am going to. So wait, who's marked?
Me, Shire, and who was the oldest, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, I gotta try to dispel magic.
Does dispel magic something that you can see, or just a spell that you know? You put it in chat.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range.
Okay, sounds good.
Any ongoing spell of level 3 or lower on the target ends.
Okay.
For each
At,
ongoing spell level 4 or higher, I make an ability.
you make a roll. Yeah. At what level are you casting dispel magic? And upon whom?
I'm gonna, because it only works on one person at a time.
Yeah, I can cast Dispel Magic on someone as well. I will do it at a level 4.
I'm gonna do a level 4 dispel magic on Jaya.
Okay.
I will do a level 4 on Aeolus.
Both of you make me ability checks.
Okay. And that is just wisdom, correct?
Yeah, straight wisdom.
Yep. Oof, not the greatest.
Nope. Siegfried fails, Tang, you succeed. You feel whatever, and Tang, I believe you were on Shire. Whatever mark was on her, you feel the spell wrap around it and shatter it. Siegfried, you can't get a good grip on it with your magic, so to speak.
I told Tang my one didn't work. We need to get out of here.
Okay.
And then done and get us to Urcrypt right away. Earls.
I to a crypt then.
You teleport?
That's a bad idea.
Yes.
Out you go. All of you feel the familiar squeezing sensation of the teleportation magic, whisking you away from Brigand's hold and the dangers as there is a crashing sound. The last things you hear, search everywhere for them! They're here! Before blackness covers your vision. Moments later, you appear in the alley behind the Moonsands Caravanserai of Urcrypt.
We should not have come here.
Well, we're
Aeolus
still
come
marked.
I
Yep,
know, but they can just walk through the hedge.
I will attempt now that we're safe. I will attempt to cast Dispel Magic again in a safer spot. I will attempt to cast it at a 5th level this time.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna cast it at a 3rd level on the last person.
This is Rich's Siegfried, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'd like both of you to roll.
Okay, I'm gonna expend a lucky charge to roll it at advantage.
Okay, that's your last charge, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 24.
Okay.
18s.
Big advantage there. That's okay.
Big advantage.
Siegfried, you were casting it on Aeolus. You successfully break the glyph that's upon him.
Mhm.
Tang, you fail.
Alright.
Time is passing.
I ask Tang, do you have any of those seeds left?
Seeds?
From the grove.
I shake my head.
Shit.
I am going to run off towards the hinges.
No, it's not you who's marked, it's still me.
No, you had Siegfried.
Not done and it's still marked.
Wait, so
No,
who is
sorry.
still marked?
Oh, you're Dunnan's correct. It's Dunnan. It's not Siegfried.
Yeah.
But
Um
it was Dunnan Aeolus Shia. My mistake.
I have one more 5th level spell, and then I'm completely out of spells except level 1, so I will try one more time.
I mean, they probably know
Yeah.
we're here.
So
See.
I'm
Okay.
gonna try my best.
Make another
for
roll.
Wisdom. No.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, we better prepare. I think they're coming.
We have to move.
We need to go out into the desert. Not the hedges.
Yeah.
To the desert.
Yeah. Can we use this map to find a good place to?
Yeah, I open
Speaking
up
of-
map and take a look at the desert.
Let's move you guys to your full map now.
I tell since I'm not marked, Jai, who's not Aeolus. I hand Aeolus the ruby. While me and Jai look at the map, go give this ruby to Yerl. Tell him to give it to our friend when he comes talk to him. I hand him the egg-shaped ruby. Do it
There.
quickly.
There is your full world map for you guys.
Oh my god.
So Urcrypt is where?
In the sands of bleached bones.
Yeah.
I feel like the mountains might be a better place to hide.
True.
Is it the body that's marked or something on him that's marked? Dunnan.
He's been magically marked, and he was only
Yeah.
able to see it because he had sea invisibility.
I know, but it's him himself.
Yeah,
his body.
it's him
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah.
Be the
Okay.
person.
Aeolus, these marks sound very familiar to you.
Yep.
To me?
No,
No.
Aeolus.
Oh, Aeolus.
Hold on.
Where's your crypt? Oh, up there.
Can I need everyone to move back from Dunnan and I.
I'm gonna move you guys back
Alright.
off the map.
Spencer, I'm gonna take the handful of mage catcher explosives and I'm gonna look at Dunnan and go, "It's gonna hurt a bit." Are you ready?
Go
And
for it.
Oh,
And I
boy.
am just going to
What the-
ignite all of them at once.
Okay. Mage catcher explosives. At Dunnan. How many do you have?
I have
6 at the top there.
6. Okay. Wonderful.
Here's
Roll
six, and
roll me 6d8.
Why are we exploding ourselves?
Because it'll disrupt the.
Alright, so one of them does nothing. It's dud. And then you retain one of them. You have one bomb left. One of them sort of doesn't destroy itself because you got an 8 on it, right? So you have 5 explosions. Okay. That gives you a 10-foot field of magical instability. Any spell of 3rd level or lower in the area immediately ends. Multiple bombs explode, number of rounds equal to exploded after the first. Okay. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 rounds of the field causing and during that time any spell of 3rd level or lower that enters the field's area automatically ends. Creature with anti-magic susceptibility traits in the field starts its turn there, ends its turn there, or fall unconscious. You do not have that trait. Okay.
I am unsure if it'll work, but it buys us a little bit of time.
There is this faint sort of sheen, like a heat shimmer, in the area where around Dunnan for the moment. I don't think there's actually damage on these, is there?
There's not.
Okay.
No.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, you're not sure if it's working, if it works or not. TBD.
Oh, I'll
and then-
cast my invisibility.
Okay.
And
Shire, do
then-
you have dispel magic?
No.
Jaya.
Dunnan might have dispel magic. Do you?
now no spell slot more.
Oh, that makes sense.
Dunnan.
Yeah.
Casting see invisibility.
I mean, after the explosions, not that it dispels the spell.
Yeah. So after those rounds expire and the heat shimmer vanishes, then you cast your see invisibility.
Yeah.
Okay. You still see the faint glow over your shoulder.
Well, that
you
didn't work.
you do noticeably see that the ones upon your compatriots have vanished. They are as if they were appeared normally.
So yours are gone, mine's still there. So I guess we ask Yero for help.
All right.
All right,
Yeah,
into the moon sands.
Yeah, I beeline it to Ural.
Okay, easy enough. You get appeared behind the caravansary.
I can go to Jarl and then find you later.
Okay. Well, we need to ask him, see if we can help him with the dispel. So I think maybe we just take Dunnan to him right now.
Yeah.
As Hunan walks away, I would like to try something, and I don't have enough time to announce it. So Aeolus is just going to take Vergasiv and just smack him in the back.
Okay,
Me?
Yes.
God,
you're just hitting.
Yep.
you miss.
I am trying to counter his brand with my own brand to see if it overwrites it.
Okay,
Can you
Yes.
stop with your stupid ideas?
and you smack
Can we
Dunnan.
just ask Yeril?
Our stupid ideas. We teleported to a place that trusts us when we're being hunted.
Are you using your brand?
Yes.
Which brand?
Right, maybe it's
Castigation, correct?
data finger pointing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And like Aeolus is like following after them as they're heading to Earl.
Do you see a second mark appearing?
You do, Dunnan. This one on your arm, in a bluish glow upon it.
Oh, great. Now I have 2 marks. Thank you very much, Aeolus. So it didn't work. Can we go to Yarrow, please, and we deal with whatever is coming after that? As it happens, alright?
Into the caravanserai you go. The familiar smells of roasting meats, of fresh foods and baked bread filling the space. It's morning. It's basically dawn at this point. Here it's a little like the sun is not quite over the horizon yet because you are a little bit further west than you were. And the familiar floating orb that is the beholder owning and operating of this place named himself Premier of Urcrypt, Yerl.
I
Oh.
immediately run up to Ural and Ural, we need your help. Do you
Huh?
have a safe place we can talk?
Yes, this place is safe. It's good to see all of you. Do you owe me a toll?
Yes. We didn't come through the gates, but we
Oh.
need your help.
Okay.
Dunnan has been marked by someone. Can you help us remove it?
Some of the eye stalks sort of look at Dunnan. Looks fine to me.
It's invisible. I
Are
can't see.
Oh.
Clerics or
It's
mages or druids here that we can ask for assistance?
it's magical?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Oh.
friend.
Okay.
I
Dunnan,
will concentration on one.
well, you don't, it's not concentration. It lasts. As, the Jarl turn, like, the orb just rotates and looks at Dunnan. Dunnan, you're watching the brand on your arm. You see the brand vanish. As, Jarl's anti-magic cone falls upon you.
Mm. And if it turns, and it reappears?
Step out of his cone.
Yeah.
You sidestep a few times. You don't see anything. Your spell is also ended.
Oh.
Do you have another second level spell slot?
No. I'm out of gas.
I think that'll do it.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Very handy.
Ural, we don't know. We can't tell if it actually was removed or not, as none of us can see invisibility.
Oh.
Do you have some? Can you see something invisible?
Aeolus, you are aware that yours has ended. I can't really see invisible things. I just took your word for it.
I am unable to feel mine.
Oh, you're the one who did it to him? That's not very nice. Was he running off?
Just a test.
Oh.
Yeah. He was
Okay.
testing if it overrides the other one, which it didn't. So that's why it came to you.
Oh. Gotcha. Sounds fun. Will you be... it's early. I don't have food quite ready yet. It'll be about 20 minutes or so, and I'll get you something.
Sure.
Have a seat. Yeah.
Has
I'll have the tea tray come around to you.
Should we even stay? They know we
Yes.
came here.
Maybe Ural, we can take a rain check on the tea. We're going to we'll be back later.
Okay. Where are you going?
We're just gonna go do some camping. There might be some people tracking us, and we don't want them to follow us here.
Oh. Okay.
In case it might cause you trouble. You've been very kind to us.
My pleasure.
Has a friend of ours stopped by very recently?
I had someone mention the bloody dogs
Yes,
last night. I think he's sleeping at the moment. He should be up in a little while.
that's all right.
Can you hand him something?
Yep.
Sure.
I take the ruby, the egg-shaped ruby out, or I keep it wrapped up, and I said, just make sure this gets to him safely, please.
Okay. What is it?
Uh,
As it floats out of your hand and the telekinesis unwraps. Ooh, that's shiny. Oh, covers it back up.
thank you, Yarrow. You're always the best.
Alright. I don't have camping supplies. That would be a I'll see if some of our merchants would open up a little shop. Probably not the most popular, but could turn some coin, sell some tents and rugs and stuff. Maybe some donkeys.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right. Well, I'll pass this along to your feller. I'll see you in a little bit then.
Thank you, Earl.
You sure you don't want tea and food?
Yeah,
Eventually.
we're fine.
Eventually.
Okay.
Soon.
We'll be back, Yarrow.
Bye bye. You see one of the eye stalks sort of like bob and wave side to side.
I was like, I didn't know he could dispel magic with his eyes. That's crazy.
I mean, can we get... Are we really going to venture out in the desert? Isn't it not better to go below into the crypts?
I just wanted to get away from the town a little bit. We don't have to go too far, but just enough for us to rest without anyone interfering.
I think the crypts is maybe a good idea, though.
Sure.
We can
You're talking about the crypts
pull together
beneath Air Crypt, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yarrow has retrapped all of those.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, maybe not. I don't want to deal with the trap. I think the mountains are the better option, but Tang's also native to the mountains, so.
That's
Yeah.
a long way up to the mountains.
About a day's hard hike through sun-scorching desert.
Yeah.
It's only one way. If everything goes smooth, we just teleport back home the next day or back to Earth Crypt.
Yeah, all we have to do is hide.
Or we just use another hench and then teleport back to a crypt. I mean,
Sure,
You need to make sure they're not following us first.
if it really is gone,
If it works how mine does, it's sort of like the rod. I can sense which direction you're in.
no, we use another hench and then we throw them off.
Do we
mean-
have that much silver? Or do we jump the toll?
Or we rest here. That way, if anyone does come to Ur Crypt, they don't pay for it.
I don't know.
I assume you guys are having this conversation outside, but
Yeah.
what's the direction? East into the desert, west into the desert towards the mountains. Stay in town, and guard the place, or abscond
still-
through another henge to somewhere else.
Are there still destroyed buildings somewhere where we can hide?
Urkrip? Most of Urkrip seems like it has been slowly rebuilt. It's not large by any means. This is like a circle of buildings around the main square where the henges are, and then another circle of buildings around them. Like that's the epitome of the structure here. Like that has been repaired and built up and everything like that. You're looking at maybe 20 buildings.
Can I cast Detect Magic on Dunnan?
Well, you can cast Detect Magic in general, yeah. You do not sense any magical essence to Dunnan that you do not expect.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So maybe we hide in an abandoned building and wait it out.
Yeah, I don't think we necessarily need to run and potentially encounter something outside of town that may be dangerous.
So say we don't want to cross the bridge at least. No. Get a little outside of town, where we into a little higher spot where we can see what's chasing us, what's following us.
Are there
I
still
mean,
are there still abandoned buildings in town?
There are, yeah. There's buildings that have been repaired that just do not have a an occupant at the moment. But there's also buildings that are in need of dire repair. It
Can we
looks
find
like some of the outlying buildings have been cannibalized for the building supplies that they presented by Ural to reconstruct the two rings around the main square. So the outlying ones are basically shelters from wind in one or two directions at this point. But there's ones
Yeah,
that have not been occupied as of yet.
I think we'll just take one of the outlying ones and hold out there.
Okay.
That sounds reasonable. Yeah.
The group of you settle in to a bit of a ruin. The sun climbs into the sky as the hours pass, one after another. Seeing as you've been awake all night,
Yeah,
you
Siegfried's
made the
gonna
wise
do the
decision
same
to not hike into the desert. You complete a short rest. I presume the group of you are looking towards taking a long rest here eventually. Keeping an eye out. And like any of those of you who are keeping watch in some capacity, to make me a perception check. I'm assuming you're taking turns at some point, keeping an eye on the courtyard. Jaya, do you describe Lady C for everyone so they know what to keep an eye out for?
100%.
Okay. Here's your handout.
Sweet.
Pretty good perception checks overall. All of you do pick up a level of exhaustion over this time, just keeping watch as the day passes. It's only a -1 penalty to your d20 checks, though. Eventually, the sun begins to draw past its zenith down towards the apex of the Cloud Spine Mountains, finally kissing their peaks before dipping below, as the shadows begin to lengthen across the desert, racing towards you faster than a dragon could fly. Presently, evening comes to your crypt. You've not spotted hide nor hair of anyone coming out of the henge, according to the description Shia has provided. And you've done a fairly good job of keeping watch, you feel. You all settle in for a long rest?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Siegfried's nodding off at this point.
Okay. As per the long rest, is anyone casting Identify or attempting to identify items that you have acquired? You have three things that you've... So go ahead.
Left the maze.
I'm not casting
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna try to.
I mean,
You're-
I would have virtually cast it over the course of the time. If we're all keeping watch, like there's got to be some downtime where
Certainly.
not all of us.
Which would
press
you
through
like?
windows.
Which would you like the information for first, then, Shia? The stock and metal tube, the wooden stock and metal tube, the half plate, or the mace?
Well, let's go with the mace first.
Okay. This is a Mace of the Void. This would be an exceptional item for a spellcaster, such as yourself, or Dunnan if he's not using his hammer anymore. While attuned to the Mace of the Void, you're considered proficient with it, and you use your spellcasting ability modifier for attack and damage rolls with it. Or you can. It's not mandatory. It uses the following rules, which differ from that. It's a D10. It has the Brutal 3 property, which means any roll of 3 or lower is re-rolled.
Yeah.
And additionally, on your turn, if you've not yet expended a spell slot, you can expend one to make a number of attacks with the Mace of the Void according to the chart. No action required. If you do so, you cannot cast spells using a spell slot until the end of your turn. So this follows the same rules for casting. This is as if you have cast a spell. So, level 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9 determines your number of attacks. And then which tier in there determines a bonus for that. So a first level spell slot would be 1 attack with a +1 bonus. A 5th level would be 2 attacks with a +2 bonus, because it's the second ordinal of 4, 5, 6. And that is a no action required. You can just eat a spell slot for bonus attacks.
I'll hand it over to Shia. I think it's more suited for you than me.
This is the nicest thing ever.
All right. So you can choose to attune to that in a moment. Let me go through the other items you got. What's next? The stock or the armor?
Let's do the stock.
This is an item that is lacking some ammunition at the moment, but probably within the group's ability to handle. This is an alchemist's flamethrower. No attunement. Weighs 8 pounds, pair of gaps. Upon upending a flask of alchemist's fire into one of the gaps in this way allows the contents to run through the pipeline inside the stock and into the rest of the machine, causing the glass-covered chamber on the top to fill with the bubbling liquid. The 2 vertical slots at the front give off a warm and foreboding glow. The item is a unique ranged weapon with a 2-handed property.